Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Zende addresses Steffy regarding Hope's prospects, Carter's startling demand. According to speculations and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Zende Forrester confronts Steffy Forrester about what lies ahead. Carter Walton is furious after this altercation and issues a startling directive. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy faces strong resistance. Zende and Carter Walton both stood up to oppose our resolute CEO's recent decisions, resulting in a flurry of difficulties. Carter and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, have been becoming closer recently, as evidenced by their very public kiss. Now, the normally tactful COO is ready to speak up. Recall how Carter declined Steffy's offer to help manage the business, saying he was already overburdened in his position? It appears he has finally found the time to get involved in this dispute. Zende has now joined the chorus of people who have expressed dissatisfaction with Steffy's recent choices, including Eric Forrester, John McCook. Steffy's leadership at Forrester may face serious difficulties as a result of the increasing pressure from all directions. It's difficult to see someone else effectively filling her position. B&B spoilers, Carter feels vindictive, Hope feels bereaved, and Zende feels deceived. Because he was the primary designer for the Hope for the Future collection after Thomas Forrester left, Zende felt cheated out of a future at Forrester and confronted Steffy. Even though Zende is more of a Forrester than she is a Marone, Steffy made no offer of employment for another line. There must be action taken because the more Hope is grieving, the more resentful Carter becomes, and Zende is catching up to him in rage. For years, Carter was unable to make progress with his best buddy Ridge, and even Catherine Kelly Lang's character Brooke Logan was unable to connect with him. Even though Eric disagrees with Carter and Hope's choices, Zende supports them since he refuses to interfere and overrule them. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy is terrified by Luna's placement in a mental health facility and worries about reprisals. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter's startling demand. Since Hope and Zende were not the only employees who lost their jobs when Steffy fired them and cancelled HFTF, Carter and Zende brainstormed. Sadly, Steffy and her father are both chief executive officers, and a chief operating officer, or COO, has the power to terminate a CEO. Carter is searching for a way to overrule Steffy's decision as COO by finding a gap in the corporate contracts. At last, Carter has an epiphany and an idea that culminate in a startling directive. They can file a lawsuit once Carter determines that Steffy broke the law by terminating Hope's employment and discontinuing her line. The Forrester Creations mutiny gains speed. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, reveal that Lawrence St. Victor's character Carter Walton feels both emboldened and betrayed. A mass departure from this renowned design firm is made possible by the terse conversation with Ridge Forrester. Carter feels that his proposal to grow Forrester Creations should be honored. He has spoken bluntly to the corporation's co-chief executive officers, but he has rarely criticized the family that owns the company. Ridge might be an old best friend soon. Carter has fallen for Hope Logan, but Steffy Forrester Finnegan is unaware of this. Steffy thinks Hope's recent need to be rescued from herself is the only thing influencing Carter. Hexit in Los Angeles, California, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. What is meant by Hexit? Hope is leaving Forrester Creations, and Carter and others will probably follow. It looks like Zende Forrester is ready to go next. More Logans are being considered, though, in addition to the obvious Carter and Zende, the designer who might readily take a reassignment anywhere else in FC. Brooke Logan is multifaceted. She is aware that Ridge is unaware of Hope's motivation for wearing lingerie, so yes, that is a significant overreaction. However, she is compelled to support Hope. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that Brooke will provide financial support for her daughter's new business endeavor. In a display of family solidarity, Katie Logan, Heather Tom, could feel obliged to accompany her niece. Steffy Forrester makes the call in B&B spoilers. Steffy doesn't regret anything. Hope, in her opinion, was hurling herself at John Finnegan. Even though it didn't occur, Hope won't give an explanation. If they depart FC soon, Hope won't have any motivation to defend Carter. However, if their relationship is revealed prior to that possible plot point, that would be moot. After granting Hope a second chance, Wood's character felt obliged to assert her control. Hope would not have learned the lesson Steffy intended to teach her if she hadn't, particularly in light of what she had seen. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge Forrester takes a hard look. He and Ridge are best buddies, as Carter stated. However, Carter lately started to doubt that status, and Ridge is now unsure of their relationship. Unless Brooke explains to Ridge what Hope was doing in the design office prior to Finn entering, Ridge will have to stand by Steffy. Carter will either leave FC or be dismissed if that doesn't happen soon, or if Ridge doesn't acquire insight in some other way soon. At the Thanksgiving meal this year, John McCook's character Eric Forrester might not be as cheerful. All of the aforementioned, meanwhile, might not materialize until the yearly Christmas party sing-along in his mansion. Grooms Elektra to take over jewelry line alone after Steffy forces Ivy out next? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester is glad that she has finally evicted Hope Logan from Forrester Creations. Steffy undoubtedly wants to make some additional cuts to the organization, and we're not just talking about Logan's. Since Ivy Forrester is in charge of the jewelry brand, Steffy already had trouble bringing it back to life. Steffy wasn't as excited about Ivy's return as she was to see Elektra Forrester again. Steffy tried to stop Ivy from pitching, but Ridge Forrester overruled her and brought this jewelry brand back to life. Carter Walton believes Steffy's personal problems interfere with her ability to make wise professional judgments. Will Steffy attempt to evict Ivy next, proving Carter correct? Removing Hope from Forrester Creations might give Steffy more confidence and resolve to get rid of any more dramatizers. Steffy may also plan her cousin's departure from the company if she and Ivy begin to regularly argue at work. As Ivy's apprentice, Elektra has already gained a great deal of knowledge from her. Since Ivy has taken Elektra under her wing, her niece is picking things up quickly, possibly quickly enough to take over in Steffy's eyes. It's conceivable that Steffy would like Elektra to develop into more than just Ivy's helper. Steffy might insist that Elektra be treated on an equal footing with Ivy and put her on the fast track to a promotion. Steffy might then attempt to force Ivy out of Forrester Creations so that Elektra could go it alone. Given that she lacks Ivy's experience and respects her knowledge, Elektra may be apprehensive about that. In addition, Elektra genuinely loves Aunt Ivy and would never want to betray her. If Steffy tries to place Elektra in control while ignoring Ivy, it can make her want to quit. Ridge and Eric Forrester would undoubtedly object as well, but Steffy might not let that deter her from plotting to kill Ivy. In any case, if Ivy isn't careful, our BMB predictions indicate that there will be more disagreement between her and Steffy, which might result in some termination news. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy might provide the Forrester team more information, so keep an eye out. Will and Elektra bond, Carter devises a scheme, and more. The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy, played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Regarding The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy is adamant. Image courtesy of CBS. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint that tensions will rise as conditions at Forrester Creations worsen. This time, Steffy isn't backing down in the Logan vs. Forrester feud. She makes it abundantly evident that Ridge supports his daughter and that Hope and her line are done. Hope for the Future used to be one of their top earners, and they take great pride in the end of an era. Tensions within the fashion house make things unpleasant, especially since Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, is the new face of Forrester with the bedroom line. Sign up for our newsletter on soap operas. Receive notifications directly in your inbox about Monsters and Critics' most recent pieces and more. You accept our terms and conditions and privacy policy by sending us your information. Here's what to anticipate from The Bold and the Beautiful this week. Elektra's backstory may provide a compelling plot point. It seemed as though Ivy and Elektra appeared out of nowhere. We still don't got Elektra's past, though, and it revolves around what she left behind. Elektra discusses her crush on Will with Ivy in the preview trailer for The Bold and the Beautiful. Since they first met, they have had an indisputable chemistry. Since her history wasn't fantastic, Elektra is thrilled for her future when they kiss this coming week because he made it apparent that she was the one he was interested in. There was a suggestion to viewers that Elektra might have a stalker for an ex. A young man is shown glaring ahead in a room with her picture plastered all over the wall. Is this someone who has made stalking the young Forrester their life, or is it an ex-boyfriend? Hope and Carter work together. Carter feels energized following a mediocre meeting with Ridge. He feels undervalued, which makes him lose control of his rage. Carter and Hope are seen clutching documents in her cabin in the preview video. They appear to have contracts, but other than the fact that they have what they need, not much is spoken. If Hope had been upfront about her office relationship with Carter and shown that she wasn't waiting for Finn to show up, this situation might have been averted. However, since their love was unexpected, the newly formed pair appears to have something in common by selecting the path they are currently on. As a resurrected family conflict between the Logans and Forresters intensifies, Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan find themselves at odds once more, compelling everyone in their vicinity to choose a side. Steffy begins to wonder if Hope's influence and presence at Forrester Creations are actually beneficial to the family or if they are ultimately detrimental, bringing their long-simmering animosity back to life. Everyone is wondering if Steffy is correct about Hope as a result of the renewed tension, which has Steffy questioning Hope's leadership, motivations, and dedication to the family tradition. According to Steffy, Hope has consistently posed a threat to the Forrester name. Despite Hope's talent, Steffy feels that her connections to the Logan family have encouraged her to further objectives that contradict the Forrester worldview. Steffy contends that the company's resources and brand emphasis are being drawn away from traditional Forrester aesthetics as Hope's line, "Hope for the Future," takes center stage. Steffy has become more outspoken in her belief that Hope's concepts and designs deviate too much from Forrester's luxury beginnings and expose the company to needless risk. She questions out loud whether Hope's concept fits with Forrester's upscale reputation or if it's just weakening the brand's image, making it seem less exclusive and more like a playground for Logan values. However, Steffy's criticism goes beyond business. Steffy has always had a special interest in keeping the Forrester name strong and unadulterated. She fears that Hope's influence is gradually changing the balance of power in the family and at work, giving the Forresters less authority. Her discomfort increases as she observes Ridge being stuck in the middle and believes Brooke's interests, which appear to coincide with Hope's objectives, are influencing him more and more. As Ridge's daughter and a Forrester heir, Steffy worries that she should be directing the company's course rather than Hope, whose links and allegiances will always be entwined with the Logans. However, Hope believes that Steffy's worries are out of date and unjust. Hope for the Future, in her opinion, is a contemporary vision that propels Forrester Creations ahead. She is dedicated to diversity, sustainability, and designing for younger, socially conscious consumers. According to Hope, these principles enhance the Forrester brand rather than diminish it, giving a business longevity and relevance in a market that is always evolving. She thinks Steffy's opposition to her suggestions stems from prejudice rather than what's best for Forrester Creations, and that Steffy's constrained perspective may potentially hinder the company's growth. Their disagreement rekindles previous grievances and poses more significant queries on the function of heritage and family in the company. Each of them, Ridge, Brooke, Eric, and even Thomas, has strong beliefs and conflicting allegiances. As Steffy's father and Hope's stepfather, Ridge must once more strike a balance between his allegiance to the two families. Steffy's passion and her desire to preserve what she believes to be the core of Forrester Creations cannot be disregarded, even while he respects Hope's vision and acknowledges the success she has achieved. As he attempts to negotiate between them, Ridge must decide whether to intervene to shape the company's destiny or to let the conflict unfold. Eric Forrester is conflicted as well. As the patriarch, he cherishes the Forrester history that Steffy exemplifies while still being proud of Hope's achievements. Although he recognizes that Steffy's protective tendencies stem from her devotion to the family name, he is equally fascinated by Hope's creative ideas that appeal to a younger clientele. Eric is forced to balance tradition against advancement, family loyalty against commercial pragmatism as a result of his support for both ladies. Brooke, meanwhile, is concernedly observing the rising tension. She fervently defends Hope and feels that her daughter merits praise for her efforts and accomplishments. For Brooke, this conflict is more than just a work rivalry, it's a struggle for legitimacy and respect in a family that has a history of prejudices. Brooke is well aware of Steffy's mistrust of the Logans, and she is committed to making sure Hope is treated fairly and seen as an equal partner rather than just a Logan outsider. Unexpectedly, Thomas Forrester is also drawn into the conflict despite having a complicated past with both Hope and Steffy. Although he frequently agrees with his sister Steffy, Thomas appreciates Hope's innovative ideas and recognizes her beneficial contributions to the business. He must walk a tightrope between wanting to preserve the gains he has made in his collaboration with Hope and acknowledging the legitimateness of Steffy's worries. In the end, the dispute between Steffy and Hope raises a more profound query about what it means to be a Forrester in a business that has expanded beyond its familial origins. Steffy believes it is her responsibility to defend the family legacy from anyone who could, in her opinion, undermine it, including family members. Hope is prepared to push boundaries in order to see Forrester Creations succeed since she believes that progress and inclusivity are the way of the future. Forrester Creations is on the verge of a turning point as the resurrected family conflict intensifies. Who prevails in this ideological struggle, Steffy's wish to preserve the family legacy's exclusivity and strength, or Hope's drive for a future that welcomes change, inclusivity, and innovation, will undoubtedly determine the company's future. Regardless of the result, this rekindled rivalry is sure to put everyone to the test and force them to face their beliefs, goals, and allegiances in ways that will have a long-lasting effect on the family and the company. Carter Walton is ready to make a big impact with ambitious, game-changing ideas as he enters a new era at Forrester Creations. Carter has served as the company's steady, composed COO and legal counsel for many years, frequently working in the background to maintain business operations. However, Carter has realized that it's time for him to take center stage after witnessing the family drama, intense rivalries, and power struggles between the Logans and the Forresters. He is prepared to forge his own vision for Forrester Creations' future, one that will bring new ideas, modernize the business, and possibly alter the dynamics within the Forrester family. A major increase in the company's online presence is one of Carter's main goals. He sees a chance to expand Forrester's reach in an increasingly digital world by launching virtual fashion shows, exclusive online collections, and even digital try-ons, which would expose the Forrester brand to a worldwide audience in ways the company has never done before. Although Forrester Creations has traditionally prospered due to its upscale appeal, Carter thinks the company can gain a great deal from accessibility and interaction via new technology. His objective is to create a brand that appeals to both affluent customers and younger, fashion-forward audiences by fusing Forrester's classic elegance with innovative technology. Carter plans to restructure Forrester's leadership in order to bring in new ideas in addition to his digital ambitions. He believes that the business has been overly enmeshed in family politics, which has occasionally inhibited innovation and made it impossible to make unbiased decisions. Carter intends to remedy this by hiring executives and designers with a love for the fashion sector who aren't affiliated with the Forrester name. Regardless of familial ties, he wants Forrester Creations to be a company where ability and diligence are valued. Carter respects the family tradition, but he thinks Forrester Creations can transcend it and become a business that prioritizes integrity and innovation over familial ties. Carter also has ambitious intentions to increase the company's product offerings. He wants to investigate prospects in eco-friendly fashion and sustainable materials, which he feels would draw in new customers while maintaining Forrester's opulent appeal, even though Forrester Creations has historically concentrated on couture and luxury goods. Carter wants Forrester to lead the fashion industry's shift towards sustainability, which he acknowledges is happening more and more. He wants to establish a new benchmark in the upscale fashion industry by working with suppliers who care about the environment and creating ecolux designs. Carter is aware that putting these measures into effect won't be simple, though. Carter expects resistance because of Steffy and Ridge's control over the company's present course and the impact of Brooke and Hope. He is fully aware of the complicated relationships within the family and how personal allegiances frequently affect decisions made at work. Carter, however, is up to the task. He is ready to engage in challenging discussions and share his ideas with the board, arguing that these adjustments would not only keep Forrester current but also propel it to new heights. Carter is also more motivated than ever to make changes in his personal life. He's searching for stability and purpose after years of navigating difficult relationships and grief, and this change in focus at Forrester Creations fits with his personal development. He is ready to take risks that show off his newly discovered clarity and confidence since he is sick of playing the supporting role in both his personal life and his career. For Carter, these adjustments are about redefining his identity and the legacy he wishes to leave behind, not simply about the business. Carter's ambitious goals have the potential to transform not only Forrester Creations but also his position inside the family-run business. He wants to be seen as a visionary leader that led Forrester Creations into the future, not just as the trustworthy COO and legal expert like he is now. And he is aware that his ambition, talent, and ethics will serve as his compass as he moves forward with his ambitions. Carter Walton is finally ready to leave his mark in a company that has been characterized by devotion and family ties. His ambitious ideas may be the impetus Forrester Creations needs to start a new chapter.